Oh my goodness, I need you to stop whatever you're doing right now because the energy coming through for you is absolutely electric. The universe is literally rewriting your love story as we speak, and someone is finally stepping up in ways you never expected. But here's the thing, there's a twist at the end of this reading that's going to completely shift your perspective on everything that's been happening. I'm Opal, and welcome back to Spiritual Infusion Guidance. Before we dive into these cards, I want you to take a deep breath with me because the messages coming through are incredibly powerful and specific. Now, as always, only take what resonates with you. If something doesn't feel right or doesn't align with your situation, simply leave it behind and take only what speaks to your soul. The three cards that came forward for you today are the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and here's where it gets interesting, the Tower. Yes, you heard that right, the Tower. But don't panic just yet because this Tower energy is not what you think it is. And by the end of this reading, you're going to understand exactly why the universe needed to bring this card through for you right now. Let me tell you, when I laid out these cards for you, I actually felt chills run down my entire body because the story they're telling is so profound and so specific to what you've been going through. The Ten of Cups came out first. And I just sat there for a moment staring at it because this card is literally the happily ever after card of the tarot deck. This is emotional fulfillment. This is the love you've been dreaming about. This is the family and partnership energy that feels like home. But what's so beautiful about this card appearing for you right now is that it's not just showing you a fantasy or a wish. It's showing you a destination that the universe is actively guiding you toward. I'm getting the sense that you've been through so much when it comes to love. You've been disappointed, you've been let down, you've given your heart to people who didn't know how to hold it properly. And there were times when you genuinely wondered if the kind of love you desired even existed. Some of you might have even convinced yourselves to settle, to lower your standards, to accept breadcrumbs when you deserve the whole feast. But Spirit is saying no, absolutely not, because that's not your story anymore. The Ten of Cups is confirmation that everything you've been through, every heartbreak, every lesson, every moment of loneliness, it was all preparing you for this. It was all clearing the path for the real thing to enter your life. What I'm sensing so strongly is that the universe has been working behind the scenes in ways you couldn't possibly see. While you were healing, while you were growing, while you were learning to love yourself and set boundaries and understand your worth, the universe was orchestrating something beautiful. Someone's energy has been shifting, someone's heart has been opening, and circumstances have been aligning in ways that are going to blow your mind when you look back on all of this. The Ten of Cups is telling you that your prayers have been heard, your tears have been counted, and your heart's deepest desires are being honored by the universe right now. Now let's talk about the Knight of Wands. Because, oh my goodness, this energy is fire. This knight is passionate. He's bold, he's adventurous, and he does not play games. When the Knight of Wands shows up in a love reading, we're talking about someone who is ready to pursue, someone who is ready to take action, someone who is stepping up in ways that are going to be undeniable. This is not someone who's going to keep you guessing or leave you wondering where you stand. This is direct energy. This is intentional energy. This is someone who knows what they want and they're coming for it. And what they want is you. For some of you, this Knight of Wands represents someone who's already in your life, but they've been holding back, they've been scared, they've been dealing with their own issues or their own healing journey, but something has shifted dramatically in their energy. It's like they woke up one day and realized what they've been missing, realized what's been standing right in front of them this whole time. They're done playing it safe. They're done being afraid. They're done waiting for the perfect moment because they've realized that you are the perfect moment. The way this person is going to step up is going to catch you off guard because you might have given up on them, or you might have convinced yourself that they were never going to change or see you the way you wanted to be seen. But here's what's so beautiful about the Knight of Wands energy. This person isn't just talking anymore. They're doing, they're showing up, they're making moves. They're proving through their actions that they're serious about you. I'm seeing grand gestures. I'm seeing honest conversations. I'm seeing someone who's willing to be vulnerable and lay their cards on the table. For others of you, this Knight of Wands might be someone completely new who's about to enter your life. And when they do, it's going to be like a whirlwind. This person is going to pursue you with an intensity that's going to make you feel alive again. That's going to make you feel desired. That's going to remind you of your own magic and your own power. What I love about this knight is that he brings adventure and excitement. Your love story is about to become dynamic and passionate and full of life. No more boring situationships. No more emotionally unavailable people. No more one-sided connections. This is mutual. This is electric. This is the kind of chemistry that other people can feel when you walk into a room together. The Knight of Wands is saying that love doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be a struggle. It doesn't have to feel like you're constantly trying to convince someone to choose you. Real love flows. Real love feels natural. Real love makes you feel free rather than anxious. I'm also getting that this person has a very specific energy about them. They might be confident, they might be charismatic, they might have this presence that draws people in. They could be someone who's passionate about their work or their hobbies or their purpose in life. They're not sitting around waiting for life to happen to them. They're out there creating, building, pursuing their dreams, and that's part of what makes them so attractive. They have their own fire, their own drive, their own ambition. But what's shifting now is that they're realizing that success and achievement mean nothing if they don't have someone to share it with, and they want that someone to be you. The universe is orchestrating meetings, conversations, and moments that are going to feel fated. You might run into this person in unexpected places. You might reconnect through mutual friends. You might have a conversation that shifts everything. Pay attention to synchronicities. Pay attention to signs. Pay attention to that feeling in your gut that tells you something significant is happening. The Knight of Wands moves fast, so things could develop quickly once this energy really kicks in. Don't be surprised if what starts as a simple conversation turns into daily communication, turns into spending time together, turns into both of you realizing that this connection is different from anything either of you has experienced before. Now let's address the card that probably made your heart skip a beat when I mentioned it earlier, the Tower. I know, the Tower has a reputation and most people panic when they see this card, especially in a love reading. But I need you to really listen to what I'm about to tell you, because the Tower in this particular spread is actually one of the most beautiful confirmations you could receive right now. Yes, the Tower represents sudden change. It represents structures crumbling. It represents upheaval. But here's what Spirit wants you to understand. Sometimes things need to fall apart so that something better can be built in their place. The twist in your love story isn't a bad thing. It's actually the universe removing obstacles and clearing the path. Think about it. The Ten of Cups is your destination. The Knight of Wands is the energy coming in to sweep you off your feet. And the Tower is the divine intervention that's making space for all of this to happen. The Tower is destroying the old patterns, the old beliefs, the old situations that were keeping you stuck in a cycle that wasn't serving your highest good. For some of you, the Tower energy has already happened or is happening right now. Maybe a relationship recently ended in a way that felt shocking or painful. Maybe someone showed you their true colors and it completely shattered the illusion you had about them. Maybe you had a realization that made you see a situation completely differently. What feels like loss right now is actually protection. What feels like an ending right now is actually a beginning. The universe is quite literally rewriting your love story. And in order to do that, the old story had to end. You can't step into the Ten of Cups energy while you're still holding on to situations and people who belong to your past. The Tower came in and did the hard work for you. It removed what you might not have had the strength to walk away from yourself. And I know it hurts. I know it's confusing. I know there are moments when you wonder why this had to happen. But Spirit is showing me that months from now, maybe even weeks from now, you're going to look back and realize that the Tower was the best thing that could have happened to you. Here's the really interesting part about the Tower in this reading. For some of you, the Tower energy isn't about your situation falling apart. It's about someone else's resistance or walls coming down. Remember how I said the Knight of Wands represents someone stepping up? Well, the Tower might be the breakthrough moment for them. Something is going to happen that completely shifts their perspective, that breaks down their defenses, that makes them realize they can't keep living their life without you in it. It could be a wake-up call. It could be a moment of clarity. It could be them finally seeing what they've been too blind or too scared to see before. The Tower is uncomfortable. There's no way around that. Change, even positive change, can feel destabilizing. But the Tower also brings truth. It brings authenticity. It brings freedom. You're being freed from illusions, from false connections, from situations that looked good on the surface, but were built on shaky foundations. And what's being built in place of what fell is going to be solid, it's going to be real, it's going to be lasting. The Ten of Cups doesn't come from illusions, it comes from truth, it comes from two people seeing each other clearly and choosing each other anyway. It comes from a foundation of honesty, respect, and genuine love. I'm also getting that the Tower is helping you release control. Some of you have been trying so hard to make things work, trying to force situations, trying to convince people to love you the way you deserve to be loved. The Tower is the universe saying, let go, stop trying to control the outcome, stop trying to make something happen that's not meant for you. Trust that what's meant for you will find you without you having to chase it, manipulate it, or beg for it. The twist at the end of your love story is that you're not the one who has to make it happen. The universe is handling it for you. Your only job is to stay open, to keep your heart available, to trust the process even when it doesn't make sense. What I'm seeing so clearly is that your love story is being elevated to a level you didn't even know was possible. You've been thinking small, you've been settling for less, you've been accepting mediocre love because you didn't believe you could have extraordinary love. But the universe is saying, watch this. Watch what I can do when you get out of your own way and let me work. The combination of these three cards is telling me that you're about to experience a love that feels like a miracle, a love that restores your faith, a love that makes you understand why nothing else worked out. So here's what I need you to take away from this reading. Your love story is being rewritten by the universe right now, and it's being written in a way that honors everything you've been through and everything you deserve. Someone is stepping up with the passionate, intentional energy of the Knight of Wands, ready to show you what real love looks like, ready to pursue you with clarity and purpose. And yes, the Tower energy might feel scary or uncomfortable, but it's the divine plot twist that's clearing away everything that doesn't belong in your new chapter so that something infinitely better can take its place. I want you to trust this process. I want you to trust that even when things feel chaotic or uncertain, the universe is working in your favor. I want you to trust that the Tower moments, the shocking revelations, the sudden endings, they're not punishments. They're redirections. They're course corrections. They're the universe loving you enough to remove you from situations that would have kept you from your Ten of Cups destiny. Your happy ending isn't just coming, it's already being written. The characters are being positioned, the timing is being perfected, the circumstances are being arranged. All you need to do is stay open, stay hopeful, and trust that your heart knows the difference between what's meant for you and what's just meant to teach you. If this reading resonated with you, I'm sending you so much love and light on your journey. Remember, the universe has not forgotten about you, your desires have not been ignored, and your love story is far from over. In fact, the best chapters are just beginning. This is Opal from Spiritual Infusion Guidance, and I'll see you in the next reading. Until then, trust the magic that's unfolding in your life right now.